Hello everyone, and in this video today we'll be taking a look at how to order a conversion using DentalPlanIt. The first thing we need to do is to register for an account if you haven't already done so, and then we'll just enter it here using a test account. So we first start off by clicking on Start a New Case, and then we'll click the option SimPlant Conversion. Now all we'll need to do is enter the patient's name, first and last name only. You can add the additional information, but it is not required. And then we'll select the anatomy to be converted. Here we'll just choose a maxilla for the example. Now this is where we select what type of case it's going to be, either partially edentulous or fully edentulous. And this will affect what type of files we're going to be uploading. I'll explain that later on. So in this situation, let's put partially edentulous, and then I will provide a CBCT scan. And here is where you select which type of SimPlant software flavor you're going to use. So Planner, Pro, or One Shot, or View. So let's click on the One Shot for this case. Then you can add some additional comments and click on Continue to Next Step. Now here we have the invoice address. Obviously the address has been blocked off. Here we verify that we are going to receive what we specified in the previous page. And here we're going to select a couple of options depending on the type of case that we are generating. So for a partially edentulous case, what we can select here is a 3D object of plaster model or intraoral scans. By that, what I mean is you can upload what we call an STL file, and then we'll merge that information with the cone beam information. Now the STL file can be of the patient current teeth setup. We need that to generate the guide. But you can also upload a wax up so that your planning will be based on the final restoration. If you don't have an optical scanner to generate an STL, you can always ship to us the plaster cast model, and also the wax up. We'll optically scan them at our facilities and then provide you with the file with those STL files together. Now for a fully edentulous case, we might not need to upload a plaster cast model. Instead, what we'll do is we'll have two cone beam files, two CBCT scans, one with the patient with a denture and some markers, and then the second scan, a cone beam of just the denture and the markers. That's what's called the dual scan protocol. I'll explain the dual scan protocol in more details in the following video. But for this video, it suffices to say that if you are using a fully edentulous case, then you'll need to click on this option instead. Now, on certain cases, you'll want to add STLs and a dual scan together, so then these two options will be clicked together. And finally, you'll always want to fast track your SimPlant guide, meaning that we'll do a certification, and then you'll be able to receive your guide a lot quicker. And that also allows you to modify the guide for your own preferences. So now we move on to the next step. Moving on to the payment information. Now you enter the credit card information right here. If you've already prepaid for the case, you'll receive what we call a conversion vouchers, and in this situation you'll be able to put in that number right here and not need to put in your credit card information. Finally, we get to see how much the case will cost. Obviously, these prices are subject to change depending on when you've seen this video. So moving on, we create the case and add the files. Okay, now we've entered the file upload manager. The first thing we want to do is add a CT file. So we'll just click on that. And then we'll go and find our files. Now you can see that the DICOM file is composed of multiple files. Those files represent each individual slices along the axial plane. And therefore we need to upload all of these files together. The first thing we want to do is click on the first file, as I did right here, and then go to the last file, press and hold the Shift button and then your left mouse click, and that should select them all together. And you click on Open, and it should start the uploading process. Once the file has been uploaded to 100%, we can add some additional files. Now in this case it would be some STL files, so we'll just click on that and seek them out again. Here we go. Now that the first STL file is uploaded, which is of the plaster cast, you can also upload, if you have it, an STL of the wax up by doing the same process. Once all the files are uploaded, we'll see here that the status of the case will start changing. Now within 24 hours you should get back an email with a complete, segmented and merged file. And then you can move on to your planning and then ordering the guide. Thank you very much.